Hello, my name is Karthik and this is Raga Riot. This week, I'd like to talk about the brief history of Carnatic music. Actually speaking, its history is not so brief. Carnatic music can be traced back to 500 BC when there were no distinctions in the styles of music in India. The term Carnatic originates from the combination of two Sanskrit words, Karna, which means ears, and Ataka, which means to please. So, Carnatic music is the music which pleases the ears of the listener. It all started with the recitation of scriptures, mainly the Vedas, which were originally performed in only three notes, Ni, Sa and Re, and later in seven notes somewhere around 400 BC in the Raga Riot. From 300 to 100 BC, the Upanishads mention various musical notes and instruments including the Veena. Ramayana and Mahabharata also talk about music in 40 BC. In 6th century AD, a Sanskrit text on Indian classical music named Brihadesi used the word raga for the first time and mentioned some of the popular ones of those times. Until the 13th century, classical music was similar across the Indian subcontinent. But with the arrival of Mughal rulers, Indian classical music split into two major forms, Hindustani in the north and Carnatic in the south. Hindustani music incorporated the new Persian influences, while the Carnatic style retained its original form. The 15th century saw the rise of many great composers in Carnatic music. Annamacharya, a renowned Telugu composer, first described the musical form known as the Kriti, which had a Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charanam. Arunagirinadhar wrote his famous Tiruppagal in Tamil, and Purandara Dasa wrote various musical exercises and songs which are still used to teach beginners today. In the 17th century, Venkatamakhi created his 72 Asampurna Melakarta system in order to categorize various ragas. Later, Govindacharya standardized this into Sampurna Melakarta scheme, which is used today. Within a short period in the 18th century were born the three great composers of Carnatic music, Shyama Sastri, Tyagaraja and Muthuswami Dikshitar. They are regarded as the trinity of Carnatic music because of the quality and variety of their compositions. The Pancharatna Kritis, composed by Tyagaraja, are still sung across the world. M.S. Subbulakshmi and Balamurali Krishna are among the hundreds of great Indian classical vocalists who have brought these kritis closer to the modern world. Till the 18th century, Veena, Tanpura, Mridangam and Ghatam were the most commonly used instruments in Carnatic music. But there was an interesting development that happened during the British era. Balaswami Dikshitar, brother of Muthuswami Dikshitar, was introduced to Western classical music at the performance of European orchestra at the East India Company. There, he got fascinated looking at a small-sized string instrument named violin and started adapting it for Carnatic music. Thus, violin became a part of Carnatic instrument family by 19th century. In the 20th century, Carnatic music got its modern form. It was then that the sabhas were formed, concerts were performed for the public and not just for the kings and nobles. Ramanuja Iyengar created a system of concert format that most musicians use today. Then came the YouTube generation of the 21st century, which started learning, performing and spreading Carnatic music both in its original form as well as in fusion. This was a short account of how Carnatic music evolved over the past 2000 years. We shall discuss the terms like swaras, ragas, Melakarta system, and other basic concepts of Carnatic music in depth in our future broadcasts. I am both proud and honored to start this channel on the occasion of 100th birthday of Srimati M.S. Subbalakshmi, who has contributed immensely to the field of Carnatic music. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned with Raga Riot and good luck with your music.